Aloha! It is day 3 of our Great Loop journey, continuing on, and we had a very peaceful night in this cove here by Tilghman Island. You can see we were accompanied by a sailboat on this side. There's another sailboat on the other side. It's been a very quiet night. Only time we rocked us when we had a boat went out fishing or something like that during the night, but nothing to worry about. All right, we're going to get on today. We're going to go to the Chesapeake Delaware Canal, and that's where we're going to try to make it up tonight. And so we're going to go downstairs, get the engine fixed. So on the engine, we had a problem with the fuel solenoid on the starboard engine. That's why it was not working. I haven't tested exactly what the cause is because I couldn't find my tester, but what we're going to do today is just zip tie the solenoid in, and then we're going to start the engine and then cut the zip tie when we're done until we can replace the solenoid. We're going to buy 2 just for each engine. It looks like it's an original part, and again, this vessel's about 20 years old, so it's been on there for quite a long time. The solenoid has 2 parts for the geeks out there. The first one is when you turn the ignition on, and that energizes the holding portion of the solenoid, and then when you turn the ignition to start, it has a pull-up solenoid that pulls it up, and then the holding one just holds it in place. Well, the pull-up one works just fine. It's the one that holds it that is not working right now. So basically it goes up, the starter starts the engine, and then as soon as you let go of the starter with the key, it drops back down, and that's what's happening. So it's not holding it in place. It needs to hold it in place to let the fuel flow. But that is what we're going to do here in just a moment and get the dinghy up. Beautiful morning, so join us for the journey. Aloha! We are Sava, Cynthia, and Alex, along with our 2 dogs, Lucy and Shadow. We're traveling America's Great Loop, a 6,000-mile North American waterway from Florida to Canada and back down via the Mississippi. Follow us on this journey on our boat called Mahalo. Garmin's booting up. Tablet's booting up. Alright, we got boating, our navigation, and we're going to start our engines.
Good morning. This is Monday, and Alex is up front.
Aloha.
Aloha. And we are heading toward a canal. Let me just slowly pan here. We've stayed in this cove overnight. Lucy, say good morning to all.
Okay.
And so we've been in this cove, which was very quiet overnight. And now we just radioed the bridge ahead at the beginning of this canal. I just saw a car go over that we would like to come through, and he said roger that. So he'll be opening this bridge for us. So it'll be kind of exciting. We might be able to actually see them opening the bridge.
So this is the Narrows Bridge on Tilghman Island, which is where we stayed. We stayed on the east side of the Tilghman Island because the winds were coming from the north. And this protected us from the big waves yesterday. The winds today are coming from the west. And, we should have about 1 foot, half foot to 1 foot waves is what they say. We'll see what the truth is, because these weather people obviously don't always tell the truth. Surprisingly enough, you all know that. So that is it. So Narrows Bridge is the only bridge that opens about 2,700 times a year. It's a busy bridge and irritating a lot of the locals here. Try to get to work and find out that they're going to be late.
fire rescue. There's a fire rescue boat with 3 motors. There's a nice marina. Really pretty little place here. It looks like a place you could stay. And a tiny marina. Look at this beautiful bird. It says, "Welcome Tilghman Island Marina entrance." Doesn't that look pleasant? Bicycle on the porch and the porch chairs.
Yep.
I can't even hazard a guess how much that kind of house costs, but it's gorgeous. Perfectly manicured lawns. Oh, and a cannon, Alex, out front. They have an old cannon there. A fire pit,
Yep.
flagpole.
Yep.
It looks like a slice of Americana. We have a red buoy right in front of us. So it appears that they are reclaiming this strip of land or making a barrier, possibly, with dredged land or dredged dirt from the canal to keep this canal navigable. And so you can see some white pickup trucks and utility trucks going up and down here. And then they've lined it with some big rocks. There's a barge, I guess, that brought the dirt over. And then they're setting this up so that this dirt that they pulled up out of the water, out of the canal, is being put to good use. Bob and Alex are driving. Crew member Shadow. Crew member Lucy. Yeah, that's what she does. She sleeps. Shadow feels most secure when he's in his bed on the seat. He doesn't really enjoy the leather, so this is important that he can have his bed. So I move the bed around wherever we are. Downstairs in the salon even, he'll sit in it. So have bed, we'll travel.
All right, heading into the bay here, we can see an abandoned lighthouse. And in the distance, we might be able to make out the Bay Bridge. So as soon as we pass the second marker, we are going to be turning to the north, turning right. See all those freighters lined up for the Baltimore port. This is where we came from right here. There's Tilghman Island, there's Kent Island right there. This is us, that's the big Chesapeake Bay. That's Lucy. She likes the sun here. She likes to just sit down and love. Yep. Ciao, Lucy. Right outside the window here, just before the Bay Bridge, you can see all these boats anchored. And this is just outside Annapolis, Maryland. All these freighters lined up waiting to go to the Baltimore port. It's usually where they hang out before they go in, but this is usually an area that's full of freighters, and it is today as well. Right in the distance you'll see the Naval Academy and Annapolis. You usually find a lot of sailboats out by Annapolis. It's a nice calm day today. We got yeah, quarter-foot waves and very little wind. Ah, there's Cynthia right there. Aloha everyone. We are just before the Bay Bridge. Take a peek. There it is. We've only gone under it once with Alex, who's in the Lido deck enjoying himself right there. So we're gonna go under the Bay Bridge in just a moment. Very exciting, and what a smooth day compared to 2 days ago when we had 6-7 foot waves. This is extremely smooth. The tide is going out, so we're going against the tide just a little bit, but beautiful day. And again, there's Annapolis right there on the left-hand side. Got a huge barge here. Well, huge, not until you see the ones on the Mississippi, I'm told. But I got a barge coming in right through the Bay Bridge. Pretty cool. Of course, Annapolis in the distance right there.
So we're getting closer now to the Bay Bridge. There's one of the markers. There's another pleasure craft and a sailboat going through over here on our left. And then here's the main part. See another smaller boat going pretty quick. To the right side of the bridge you have a regular bridge structure that you would recognize. And for our friends, family that live here in the Maryland area, we've gone over this bridge many times, going to Ocean City, going to Chesapeake Island to see the wild horses. Lots of nice memories. We've crossed under this bridge on a cruise ship going out of Baltimore. So we saw a lot of barges coming through today. Very busy bridge.
What a busy bridge. We've gone over this many times as we go to our marina. You can see all the cars up on top passing from the main land there, Maryland, going to the eastern shore of Maryland. Pretty cool to go underneath it. We are passing the entrance towards Baltimore. We're not going to go that way, but that is where it's at right there where the smokestacks are. That's the entrance towards the Baltimore Harbor and Baltimore area. Quite a bit of commercial traffic out here on the bay. Looks like an oil barge carrying heavy crude or some other liquid. This is Lucy. She just relaxes on the bridge. So this is on the upper Chesapeake right now. We're just about at the Aberdeen Proving Grounds on the opposite side. Here we're looking at the eastern shore, Maryland.
So Zava, tell us where we're at right now.
Well, we are close to Havre de Grace, north of the Chesapeake.
Lucy, is it a dog's life? She's not talking.
Yep.
So,
But she's been a good dog. She's actually went potty on the turf yesterday, right? This is the first time
yes,
she was.
yes.
We're very glad. The Shadow did it first day, but even before we left, I think.
It is a ongoing concern for people on the loop with dogs how to get their animals to utilize a onboard canine head.
Yep.
Some are using AstroTurf and some are using real turf. Zava decided to use real turf,
Yeah,
and that
they didn't
worked.
go. When we went to Chrisfield, she did not. Neither one of them wanted to use that one.
Right.
And it may have been too small too. I mean, here they have 20 square feet of boat to go.
So
there.
now they both have it down, and so we're thrilled. And Zava, where did you find jellyfish today?
We found them. Our generator shut off yesterday. And we found the jellyfish in the strainer. So we had to clean out the strainer and get the jellies out. They blocked the water flow.
And that's why the generator cut off?
Yeah.
So that's why Mama didn't have air conditioning last night.
Yes.
Mama is not thinking kindly of any jellyfish that
We
comes
saved a
between
lot of
her
fuel.
and her.
We saved a lot of fuel last night. Not
Yeah, well, Mama needs air conditioning at night. Anyway, so very pretty out here today.
Well, we don't know exactly what this is. We'll try to look it up, but it looks like a camp of some sort. Yeah, I think it's a mobile home park, but they have a beautiful beach. I mean, we're just about at the Chesapeake and Delaware Canal going north here. Getting up further in the Chesapeake Bay, almost at the top of it. We are at the very top of the Chesapeake, and here to your right that way, is where you see the Chesapeake and Delaware Canal entrance. We've never been here before, but that's what the charts tell me. That's where it begins. It's a beautiful day, about 6 o'clock, I think, somewhere in that neighborhood. But we're about ready to enter the Chesapeake and Delaware Canal.
We have noticed that a few days ago there was a sunken vessel, so this canal was actually closed. So we're glad that the canal is open. We saw people going through, and so it's good to be updated about closures like this, because that would impact your traveling to connect through.
So here we go. Houses right here at the entrance to the canal linking Maryland and Delaware, and that's a little peninsula. We're heading for Chesapeake City. Aloha, welcome to Chesapeake City. We just tried to hit that fuel dock across the way, and the currents were about 4 miles an hour, which was stronger than I felt comfortable parking this boat next to the dock, and so we opted not to get fuel.
There was a nice restaurant next to the fuel dock, and And then over here is also a busy restaurant. No one else is anchored here right now. Everybody is at a dock. So we have plenty of room in this little cove to get anchored and get turned around. The fuel dock is actually open till 8. We thought it was open till 7. So he said, if you want, you can come back over. We won't come back over tonight, but
Once we're parked.
But that was very nice of him to let us know that their hours were actually extended till 8 o'clock, when he said the current would be way less than what it is right now. You have Alex down there with the headphones, sitting down at the front of the boat, getting ready to help with the anchor. We're getting turned around here. I think that the water is higher at a different time. I think the tide's moving right now because you can see water marks on pylons that look like it's usually a little bit deeper than it is right at the moment. So we're going to be shooting right here in the sun, but you can see the bridge, and the fuel dock was right under the bridge, but we would have had to dock parallel park between a very large Prince of Tides super yacht and a smaller boat, and so we wanted to have a safe evening.
Alex, sorry, can you count the yellows that are going down? I'm gonna let the anchor out. I want to lead about 40 feet out, maybe. Yeah, that's about all that we have room in here for.
Lucy, you still there? Girl, I'm tired. You Chattelka?
Aloha and welcome to Chesapeake City. This is where we ended up after a long day today from Tilghman Island near the Bay Bridge. It's a beautiful little, very well protected anchorage, and over here at the end where you see the catamaran over there is a free dock as long as there's space. Electricity I think is $15 extra if you want it. Unfortunately, there's not enough space for us there, but the anchor just is well protected. It's a beautiful little spot here. So thank you for watching. Mahalo for watching and or joining us on this journey today. Please like, share, and subscribe as always. We really appreciate that, and we'll see you again on the next episode.